First order of business, edit the vlog. Bryce back from his sleepover. How was the movie?
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep during the movie?
I was so tired. I watched first maybe hour. I don't know. I woke up right at the end. I didn't even get to see the ending though. It was like
What movie did you go see?
it was 5 Nights at Freddy's.
5 Nights at Freddy's and you fell asleep.
But they said it wasn't very good. I already before heard a lot of people didn't really like it, and I was telling them, they're like, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Because my friends, they're like big FNAF fans. But then after the movie, they were like, oh yeah, it was okay. It wasn't very good. Like, I was like, all right. So, I mean, I guess it kind of sucks. I went over that late just to see the movie and I didn't even watch it because I fell asleep. But
Oh, that sucks, bro.
I'm going to hang out with friends a little bit. So.
So now what are you up to? Way home so early.
I got a work meeting in like an hour.
A work meeting. And then you gotta come back home.
Run home, do a bunch of homework, then go back to work for work.
Welcome to real life, bro.
Oh, and then when I come back, I'm gonna go back to a friend's house for like a Halloween party thing.
Oh, you got a full day, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, get to it. German chocolate, Grandpa's favorite, or Papa's favorite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Made the cupcakes yesterday, decorated them today. I will actually eat the crap out of that. I love coconut.
Homemade stuff too. Like this stuff is homemade. Obviously this frosting's not, but
Right.
this stuff is.
I just saw this single track, got really excited. Anytime I see something like this, I always have to like follow it and see where it goes. It just loops around right there, but moments like that where I miss dirt bike riding. Speaking of which, rocking the old Clintus.tv shirt, dirt bike vlog on. It's the one like real design shirt that I had made for the vlog channel. Hello there, how are you? Hope you're well. I'm having a rough morning. Wanted to talk about mental health. It's a topic that I've wanted to talk about for a while here on the channel because it's probably the single biggest change in me in the last, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years. So if you care about the topic, great. If you don't, you're like, I don't really care about your mental health or talk about mental health in general, go ahead and skip. There are many reasons why I didn't vlog as much as I used to in the recent years. One of the biggest reasons, honestly, is my state of mind. Like a lot of people, the pandemic and politics specifically changed my view on a lot of things and a lot of people. And I'm kind of an emotional guy in general. Ever since I had Sierra, became a dad, things that used to not bother me bothered me, and get more choked up about things than I used to. And so, fast forward to 2020 with the pandemic and the state of the country, my mind just kind of started going all over the place. And I try to focus on work and video games and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Fast forward to 2021, and we're coming out of the pandemic, and we're kind of getting back to normal, and the world changed, the country changed, people changed, everything changed after the pandemic, and that includes me. And so things bothered me more than they used to. Things bothered me that didn't used to. And my state of mind was trash. I didn't feel like picking up the camera and vlogging. I didn't feel like sharing my feelings. I didn't feel like sharing what was on my mind. Because a lot of times it was negative. A lot of times it was, things that some people wouldn't agree with. Some people didn't want to hear. So I just kept my mouth shut and kept quiet. And I did that for a long time. I'm arguably better now than I have been in 4 years, easily. Mentally, I'm happy most of the time, and very little things take me out of that happiness. But it still happens. There's still things I'm dealing with. There's still things I struggle with. There's still people in my life that have that effect on me, that to negatively impact me. And overall, the best way to put it is they bum me out. I get bummed out. I'm not really ready to discuss any of that in detail, but it still happens. And it happened yesterday. Again, not going into details. Yesterday was just a bad mental health day for me. You probably couldn't tell in the vlog, but if you watched yesterday's vlog, you saw it just kind of abruptly end. You know, I was working, I talked a lot about certain things, I vlogged my drive home, and then that's when the vlog just kind of ended. Went to bed in a bad state of mind, woke up this morning in a bad state of mind. So here we are, we're walking, because I miss my walks, and walks definitely help me break that and get me out of that state of mind. Something to do, I'm sure, with the sun and just walking in general. The sights and smells, sounds, my neighborhood, the desert, you know, Arizona. I love it all. So now that the weather's getting nicer and you can actually enjoy being outside for long periods of time, more walks coming for sure. It's hard because only a few people know the details of what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with, and I haven't quite figured how to wrap my head around it and how to deal with it. I mean, I am dealing with it, obviously. It's one of those things where, like, when I'm having a bad day or I'm having one of those moments, I don't know how to, you know, put a fake smile on and break and vlog. I mean, we're doing daily vlogs again. There's gonna be days where I'm not in the right state of mind to pick up the camera and vlog. Or I started the day fine and the vlog's going great and then it just stops like yesterday, you know? So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that, how I'm gonna push through and how I'm gonna deal with that. Yesterday's live stream was absolutely epic. Thoroughly enjoyed that, even tweeted it out. Man, I miss live streaming full time. I really do. We were only live for 2 or 3 hours yesterday. It's been like the fourth stream this week, and I miss it so much. Like, oh man. And maybe because I'm in a better state of mind where I'm in this like creative mode right now. We're vlogging, we're getting ready to relaunch the podcast. We're streaming, you know, 2-3 times a week. Everything is just going great for me. And I'm in a great mood, and therefore I'm sharing that with you. I'm more compelled to pick up the camera and vlog and share. But it's like, okay, so what happens when I have a bad day? Do I just put a post up and say, hey, bad mental day, see you guys tomorrow? You know, I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta figure that out. That's where I'm at right now, trying to figure it out. So, question to you watching this right now: when you have a bad day, when you're depressed, when you're completely bummed out and just nothing sounds good, nothing sounds fun, you just kind of want to curl up in a ball, you know, maybe lay in bed under the covers, check out, you know, what are your ways to get out of that? What do you do to break out of that mold, break out of that, you know, just out of curiosity? I know some people said, you know, they work out, they go for a run, they go for a walk. Some people listen to music. Some people say they'll like go watch comedy and laugh, and that usually works. So I'm just curious, what do you do when you're, you know, depressed, completely just meh? I guess I don't really have anything else to say other than I just wanted to let you know that was the reason why yesterday's vlog kind of cut short, and why sometimes the vlogs seem like they just kind of just abruptly stop. One thing I'm learning with the, you know, looking at my analytics, YouTube's analytics have been so good. Like this 2.0, just YouTube in general, coming back to YouTube with a fresh set of eyes and like being more serious about YouTube. And I have more serious about YouTube than I have in a long time. The analytics are so good. They give us so much data now, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Twitch is starting to get there too, but YouTube obviously is like 10 years ahead of Twitch. So yeah, their analytics are just so good. But one of the things I'm learning is, you know, they show me like how good my intros are, how good my outros are, spikes, dips. So I'm learning, I'm tweaking. One of the things that I am okay with is we're bleeding subs right now. We're losing more subs than we're gaining subs. We are gaining new subs. So hello, new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Apparently too, if you're not subscribed to this channel and I say subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Apparently if you're on web, on desktop, the subscribe button pop, like there's an animation now. Did anyone see that just now? Anybody that's not subscribed, when I say hit that subscribe button, does it light up? Anybody see that? I haven't seen it yet, but someone has to say subscribe, I think. I don't know. We're losing subscribers, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that, actually. I wish I could push a button and unsubscribe everyone that stops watching my videos. Like, if you haven't watched one of my videos in 12 months, if you haven't engaged with one of my videos in 12 months, I wish I could push a button and unsubscribe everybody. I would do that with all my platforms. Hell, I wish all the platforms did that. I wish right now they'd just be a big announcement. Starting in 2024, if you haven't engaged with the channel that you follow or subscribe, we're gonna unfollow you. I wish. So I was looking at analytics yesterday, and one of the new features is the research tab. And the research tab tells you what your audience is searching for on YouTube. And so it actually tells me what the highest searches my audience is doing. And it's hilarious because it's still all kids. It's still all kids search terms. I mean, like, I think there might have been like maybe 4 adult search terms in that entire list. Like if I hand you this list and say, how old do you think this person is? You would say 12, 13, you know, maybe 14, 10. People that shouldn't be on YouTube in the first place, they're too young, but clearly you could tell that they are. They're using their mom's account. It was a joke. And I'm just like, it's heart-wrenching because these videos are not made for kids. Kids aren't watching this video right here, but they're still on my channel watching my old videos. They're going back and just consuming all the old content. And so therefore, they're still my biggest part of my audience. Man, I love my neighborhood. This is just, too bad that this temperature right here couldn't just be year round. Obviously, like everybody would move there, but I guess it's kind of like what California is, right? But man, this weather is absolutely perfect. But it's only gonna be here for a short time, and then all of a sudden it'll get cold. And we'll be wearing hoodies and pants the whole time. So it's Saturday, and we have no plans. Tiff's doing cleaning, stuff around the house. Bryce had his meeting this morning. He's already back from his meeting. Now he's doing homework before he goes to work for a shift. Sierra just left for work. When she gets back from work, she has a Halloween party to go to with her boyfriend. So it just means...
Exercise ring closed.
Close my exercise ring. So Tiff and I are kind of solo, but with no plans. Tomorrow's a busy day. Today's her dad's birthday, so tomorrow's the party. But I want pizza. I know that for sure. So I think at some point, maybe after this walk, I'll go home, shower, and we'll get some pizza. As I said before, I got distracted on the road over there. I'm balls deep in YouTube analytics right now, trying to just learn the ins and outs with all the information that they're giving us now. And like I said, unfortunately, it seems like that the majority of my audience is still a large kids base. And it makes sense that with 3,000 videos geared towards families and young kids, that's gonna be the majority of my audience even today. But the good news is that my views and everything new is all coming from my new content, which is all more for older audience. So I'm hoping that if I just continue doing what I'm doing, and that's what the algorithm is pushing out, it'll stop pushing out my old videos that are geared towards a younger demographic, and pushing out more older demographics. The one thing I know this, I've always known this, is that it really is about the metadata, right? YouTube doesn't know what the video is about unless I give it a base, right? So I'm looking at my analytics to see what videos are getting the most like watch time, the ones that are holding the retention longer, the ones that are getting higher CPMs. My CPMs have kind of started to creep up, and that's exciting because I assume that CPMs would be dog crap without it being family, content, but apparently not. Apparently some of my videos, the DoorDash videos, are doing well, monetarily speaking. The CPMs are higher, so I'm trying to crack that code as well. What topics do I make sure, if I can speak about one specific thing each video that the algorithm picks up on and gives me better ads, then make more money based on the impressions that I get. But it's exciting. I've always been a data-driven person. I love looking at analytics. I love looking at data, especially when it's my data. So very, very excited every day, every weekend. I spent the last hour and a half this morning just looking at analytics and diving into stuff and researching stuff. So I just wish there was better resources. I'll reach out to YouTube and I get very basic, generic, literally copy and paste from what their articles say sometimes. I'm like, but I don't have any contacts at YouTube anymore, so I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I have. Halloween decorations in full effect. Neighborhood goes nuts when it comes to Halloween and Christmas. They're the two biggest holidays. They're just, everyone's yards are decorated nuts. Look at this one. Pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkin Pale Patch. All the dolls. It's got the body. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. One last thing I'll say about YouTube and whatnot is I'm learning about new features too. Like I just remembered that I can reply to comments with YouTube Shorts, and I'm actually going to do one today just to kind of experiment it. But I think what it does is it doesn't reply to the comment. It takes the comment, puts it on the video as like an image, like Instagram and TikTok does, and then posts it as a short. I don't know if it links back. That's one thing I need to test. That's a very powerful tool. If you go back to the early days of my YouTube channel, I used to do video replies all the time. Like there's a whole 20 or so videos on the channel that are literally just video replies, because video replies used to be a thing back in the day, and they got rid of that. Well, now they brought it back with shorts, which is brilliant. But again, I'm curious how that kind of correlates. I'll experiment with it today. I also realized that they're doing an experiment right now with YouTube where the posts, right? So like the blog posts, photo posts that you can do on your channel. Right now, the only way you see those is on the home page, on the home feed, on mobile. You can't even see them on desktop, on mobile only. You're scrolling through and you just see a random post from a channel that you subscribe to or interacted with at some point, and it's random there, right? Or going to the channel itself and looking for it. So if I tell you, hey, I did a post on my channel, go get it. You have to go to my channel, go to community, and there it is. Anyway, one of the experiments they're running right now is when you see a post, right underneath that post, there says see all or see more, one of the two. You click on that and you get nothing but a feed, a full feed of nothing but people's posts. And it's everyone that you subscribe to, as well as other channels that they're just recommending to you. I love that. It basically creates a like Twitter feed of people's posts, right? I love that. I think that's a great feature. It goes back to the all-in-one channel where you have videos, long form videos, short form videos, live streams, and posts. I do wish they kept the stories. They got rid of stories. I use the stories feature, and I actually got a lot of traction from that. So maybe one day they'll bring that back. But for now, I'm just playing around with all these new features and figure out what I can and can't do. All right, walk's coming to an end. I'm gonna head home, shower, and then we're gonna get some pizza. I said I wanted pizza. I got pizza and a little bit of a salad. This is the Fresco. It's got arugula, red onions, tomatoes, prosciutto, olives, and a balsamic vinaigrette. And Tiffany actually got a real salad. All right, so this is my pocket tripod. I bought this thing, I don't even know, a couple years ago. It's been in my wallet literally the entire time. But I started using a case on my iPhone when I started working at the warehouse because I was afraid that, I'm on my phone as much as I am at the warehouse. If I get bumped or coming through the plastic, whatever, and it gets knocked out of my hands and drop it, it's a higher likelihood of me dropping it and breaking. So I've been rocking a case. With the case, I couldn't put it on the tripod. And then I remembered, I saw an ad actually, that there's different adapters. So sure enough, I found the box. Thankfully, I saved it. Had all the adapters, changed the adapter out, and now we have a working pocket tripod. And I'm actually shooting with the backside camera, using my watch as a viewfinder. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. Here's what it looks like when it's ready to be used. So I just changed out these adapters. These are the 10, I don't know, like 10 millimeter? 10s, the 10s. Here's how it works. Flatten it out. It rotates like that, and now it's the same size as a credit card. A little thicker than a credit card, but about the same size. And it just fits in your wallet like normal. You just kind of flatten the rotation out there, and there you go. Pocket tripod. All right, so Bryce is off to work. Sierra picked up Jacob and headed Tempe to a Halloween party. And so it's just Tiff and I, and we're heating up a pizza. We're just gonna keep the pizza train going. She had a frozen pizza, she's gonna throw in the oven. It looks pretty good. And if we're still hungry, maybe some pizza rolls. Baby's here watching the D-backs in the World Series. Just chilling, rooting them on. What kind of pizza do we have? Chicken bacon ranch, ultra thin crust. Yeah.
Ranch sauce, caramelized onions.
Yep, sounds great. Well, fail. We ate dinner. I didn't vlog it, sorry, but here's a photo. It was a fantastic pizza, and drizzled some spicy honey on one side and this roasted jalapeno sauce on the other, and they were both fantastic, and we thoroughly enjoyed our meal. D-back just won game 2 of the World Series, so that's exciting. It was an exciting game. We're eating some ice cream and a call it a night. So we'll see you tomorrow.